Hey guys, Dark Prometheus here. We are back in our Chicago Cubs franchise. We see a trade between the Red Sox and the Athletics. The Red Sox getting Crush Davis. And so we go straight into our game against the Marlins. We're at home. We're going to see John Lester out here in the mound. And here we go, 2-2, the first batter. Let's ground it over to Baez at second. That's an easy play. That leadoff man is pretty fast there. As this one's lined over Rizzo, easy play there. It's on his glove side. And then the last batter of the first, as we have this one over in right field after a walk, and this one's thrown in. So we got a man at first and second, but this one grounded over to Russell, and that one will end the inning. So the Marlins will strand two as Edison Valquez will be out here. 4-7 on the year. Miami's struggling this year. As we lead off with a Hayward hit that's not too deep over in right center, about midway through the outfield, routine fly ball. And now out will come Russell swinging away at that knuckleball outside. That'll be strike three. This knuckleball really put me off balance. But here is a hit by Bryant up the middle for a single. So Rizzo's going to come out here. Rizzo is going to yank one into right field just in front of the right fielder, and that'll be a single there. So a man on first and second. So next out, Jonathan J. straight up the middle. We're going to send Bryant home. Bryant's going to be close to get here, and he's going to be tagged out by a fraction there. Just got him, and that will end your inning. So the Cubs strand 2 and 1 thrown out at home. So a full count in the second. This is a ground ball over to Bryant. Good play here to scoop, grab, and throw. So Bryant making some good plays over at third. We're in the fourth here with 2 outs, and here is a 2-out single by the Marlins, and that will keep the fourth alive for them. So going over here with an 0-2, and this is right over to Russell. Easy play at second, and that will end your inning. So Russell, 2 key outs there with John Jay with a full count up the middle again. Slow roller, but just enough to get past the infielder for a base hit. And here is Narvaez, who's actually taking over for Contreras. He has a day off, and they just cannot get the man at second, John Jay. So Baez up here, up the middle, and this one just starts dying as it hits the dirt, and so we will get nothing out of that inning. We're tied at 1. So Lester, here's a bunt. Bunting over the man over on first, but gets him over there and makes sure that the lead runner is the pitcher. So the 1-1 count, though, that's not going to matter if it's the pitchers. This one's in the left center, off the wall. It's going to be grabbed. Hesitation by John Jay. He's going to throw it in, but no challenge at home. Low man on second and third. So 2-2 count, 1 out. And this one is a relatively easy pop-up for Rizzo over on first. So trying to get out of this inning. 3-2 count, and there it is, getting Stanton swinging a miss, strike 3. And getting out of that inning, still at 0. Going into the 6th inning, and this one on an 0-2 count doesn't need to put it over the plate really, and this one smashed though. And the Marlins break the 0, and that is by Padaro, I think it is. Just Lester put that goose egg up, and it was smashed. It's going to happen all the time, all day. And yep, Martin Prado has his 8th home run of the season. So still out there in the 6th, trying to steal. And this one's a good play by Nuevez, as that is an easy tag by Baez. But the damage is done. Marlins up 1 and Cubs 0. So we'll see what we can do here going in to the 6th. 2-2 count. This was a Bryant straight down the line. It's going to hit fair, but easy bounce over the left fielder, and that will be a single. So here is Rizzo. Rizzo, ground ball over to first. He picked up trying to go for a double play. He's got this one at second and gets the one at first. Gets Rizzo. And that will end your inning. Bang, bang play over at first, but hey, it happens. 2-2 count here. Lester is still on the mound. It's a cut fastball inside and down. It gets the batter swinging. That's his 100th strikeout of his career. So it's a big milestone there for Lester. But we're going to bring in Mauricio Cabrera, try to hold the lead here. Lester was just getting tired of the game. So we're on a 7-3-1 count. And this one's a 4-seam fastball. 2 inside to Cantara, and that is a walk. So a 1-2 count. This is over to Russell. Russell over to second, and that will end your inning there as Cabrera's first time coming in and not letting any runs cross home plate. So Baez, the leadoff guy, actually the 2-out guy here. And this one's hit deep into right center or left center and just cannot get it up. He's on the wall, just need a couple feet, and we could have tied it. So we're going into the 8th here, and this one's over the head of Russell, and that's going to hit the ivy in left center. So we pick up by Schwarber, thrown in quickly, but that will be a double on that hit. So going back in the 8th, 1-1 count, and this one is popped up, and Narvaez has that one. And so the runner will stay over on second. Smart move, obviously, because the ball is in the infield. And then going with a 0-0 count. And there it is to get out number 2. We're trying to escape those issues with the hitting. And they still can't do it. But Cabrera here finally getting through his issues of pitching. He gets his first strikeout with the Cubs. And so here is AJ Ramos coming out here, 25 saves. Can we get something? Bryant seems not to think so with that kind of hit, with that lazy chopper over the third. And that will end your first. And that will end your second with Rizzo swinging and a miss. So we don't get much this game out of production. We don't get anything. And so we do lose 1-0. We do have the critical situations, and we will go in these. Here it is, trying to get a walk-off here. Chris Bryant up the middle, and he will have a single, and the runners will hold at first and second. And now Rizzo out there. Rizzo will swing and miss. It'll be strike 3. Runners will not advance. It'll make it a easy pitch there, but none other than Kyle Schwarber has other thoughts on 2 outs, and Schwarber yanks a 3-run homer, and that is the end of the game. Another walk-off, just so good for Schwarber. He's starting to become a guy that really has some power, can really move up in the lineup. We have him batting 5th, but he's batting pretty good. And so that is a big deal there. As we pull up, I believe that makes it 7-4 in that game. And now, to our second full game, we're going up against the Red Sox. They did get Crush Davis back, or get Crush Davis in a trade. And I think he got banged up a little bit, but he will be playing today. Chris Sale was banged up at the beginning of the year, did not start. It's his 8th start, and he's 4-1. So possibly get some hits here is John Jay. High fly ball in the right field, and that will be caught on the warning track close, but not close enough. So Baez is up next, and Baez cranks this over the Green Monster. It's going to hit off mid-wall, and he's going to go for second. The throw into second is off target, and Baez is safe. It's a big thing there. As Bryant's up next, squeaks this one past first base, and we will hold at the corners. Next is Rizzo in the first, and Rizzo's going to have one just falling from the left field. Oh, it goes right by him, and it'll go over to the wall as we send runners home. It'll score 2 on that air, and actually the ball might have been in time, but just can't handle it at home plate. as Rizzo has a double with 2 RBIs. Next is Schwarber, and he's going to go opposite field. And we're going to hold Rizzo at third. And it'll make us runners at the corners again. And so here is Contreras. Contreras deep fly ball, and that one's going to hit and go into the stand. So that's a ground rule double there. We're not able to get those 2 runs, but we do get 1. And next, in the first inning still, Hayward will have this one just fall fair, and we do send 2 home. But I do fudge up the buttons here, and Contreras ends up being tagged out at home. We do get Hayward at second, but we fudge that up, so. Hey, just bad fingers, really. And next is Zobrist. He's going to put this in front of the right fielder. We're going to send Hayward home. Hayward's going to get there easily, and that is going to make it 5 runs, I believe, in the first inning. So, yes, 5 runs as Russell going to have a high fly ball, but easily playable for the left fielder. And that will be just your first inning. That's crazy. We have 5 runs off 7 hits, 1 error by the Red Sox. We're going to see Jake Arrieta come out here. He did lose 1 game immediately after the All-Star break, but there it is with the slider, strike 3. That's way outside. 1-0 count, and this one is a breaking ball and hit straight over to Rizzo, and he's going to attack the bag himself. And so the next one, first pitch, number 3. This is a high fly ball into right field. He's going to hit on the warning track and bounce up the wall. Hayward does have it. Hayward quickly throws it in to his cutoff, and that will stop the runner at second. Arrieta, though, up the middle, and really another hit, and that will score the first run of the day for the Red Sox. Now, Arrieta can't control his stuff today, past the second out. And so, first pitch again. This one straight over to Russell. Line drive, easy to catch. And we'll get out of this inning only with the damage of 1 run. John Jay here putting this over into the outfield, and that will be his second hit of the day. John Jay's really on a roll against left-handers. So next one. Baez hits off the inside of his bat, popped up, and that's caught by Ramirez. And just needed solid contact, but just can't get it. And here's Bryant. Deep, high fly ball, but easily playable before the warning track for the Red Sox center fielder. So next one, 0-2 count. Rizzo's popping one up. Of all people, Anthony Rizzo popping it up. Just can't get any power behind it. And Sale gets out of that one. Just going back to Arrieta here. And this one is a single down the left side. It's going to be picked up and thrown in by Schwarber. We might have a play at second, but the transition by Russell is just not fast enough. 0-1 count is a ground ball over to Schwarber. Schwarber's going to throw it in and make the runners hold at the corners. And so a lot of runners at corners this game. Here is a swinging bunt, not able to get the out there, and nothing, no outs. And 1 more run for the White Sox, or the Red Sox, I'm sorry. But here the infield fly rule will be in effect in that little blooper. And here's another pop-up behind home plate. So 3 straight pop-ups, or 2 straight pop-ups. And as a matter of fact, this one will be gone. That's a 3-run shot. That was launched over the big green monster. Just have to control your pitches. I personally was not doing a pretty good job controlling the pitches in the first game. Even though we won 1-0, it's really against their offensive talent, really, in the Marlins. But the Red Sox, you can't let that stuff pass. And they tied the ball game with that 3-run shot. And then this one is going to be a routine. No, it's not. Misses it in the sun or the lights or whatever, and Hayward has to bring it. And it's going to be a triple. So there's the Cubs 1 error on the day. You need to get something going here on defense, and he still can't, as that breaks the tie. The Red Sox take the lead. Can't talk right now. 6-5. This is going to be a blooper out to Hayward using his speed, and Hayward this time catches this one. But again, the damage is done. Red Sox take a 1-run lead. So we need to preserve this and come back here. So that's only the end of the second. So going into the fourth, runners at the corners, and this one's rifled fair down the line. That will score 1. And then we're going to throw it in with Schwarber, and that's going to be runners on second and third. So now just running into the fourth and just not doing a great job. A 2-1 count. This should be pretty easy for Hayward. He's set and catches the ball, and that will make all those runners think twice about running home. Hanley Ramirez is going to come out here, and this one's going to be a fly ball into the outfield, easily playable. Runner will challenge home and easily get there, and so that will make it a 2-run game. So a good hit there by Ramirez. 2-2. This will be a slow roller, and Arrieta has this one over to first to end the inning. And so the Cubs need to come back in this game. It's 8-5. We need something going here, and we're in the fifth. Baez going to lead it off with a single straight up the middle of the first pitch. So there's a big play there by Baez. And here's Bryant coming in and singling into a double play. So it's not all that great. Going in the fifth though with a pitcher, 2 outs. And the 2-out magic is still happening for the Red Sox. So just not our day today, as here is another one. This one's jacked out in right field. That is a 2-run shot. Just not enough. That makes it 10-5. 10-5. We need to play some better pitching, better baseball entirely. Like this game has severely gotten out of hand, and that's Pedersen who had the home run earlier. And so he's got his second of the day. On a 1-2 count, this one's up the monster. It's going to be pushed up by the wind. And now that one's gone. That's back-to-back jacks. Just wow. Just great. And so the Red Sox just plowing through right now, as that is a hit over in left field. So that's thrown in to prevent the double. So 2-0 count, and this one is over in right field. This is the shallow part, and that one's out of play. Actually, it's in play. It's just a homer. Going to the sixth, though, batting for the Cubs. We'll see Schwarber put a single over here and try to battle back. But here's Contreras. It's a high fly ball. That one's jacked, and that one will be just over the wall, and well, the Green Monster really. And Contreras gets a 2-run shot, but ultimately it proved way too much. We go in the eighth, and we do hit this one up the middle by Contreras, but like I said, just not some good hope, as this one's big because Brock Holt, that actually went and slid, looks like he maybe broke his arm. But here with Hayward, he's going to go into a double play, and that's going to kill this 8th inning rally, and we will end up losing by a score of 14-7. So Sale gets the win there. He goes to 5-1. Arrieta gets his second loss of this season, and now we're going into some situations as well. So we see we get swept by, or we lose the 2 games by Boston. We've lost a couple big games, really. We're going to the 9th, trying to get this save, and there's a slide on the outside. Rendon getting his man to swing and a miss. A first pitch count over, and this one is caught by Bryant over to Rizzo, and that will seal the deal for a save. I believe this one goes to Santiago, who we actually brought up from the minors, or we did acquire in a trade. We do get the splits with Atlanta, and then going with Jake Arrieta in his last game here. But first, Gregory Polanco traded from the Pirates for Dustin Pedroia and Barnes. Dodgers is playing for another go at a World Series. Joey Votto was traded as well, and the Reds get from that. Russell Martin is their key guy there, but still we do lose that Tuesday game, and we lose Wednesday, but we do get that one on Thursday, so we avoid the sweep. So going into Pittsburgh, we have a couple more situations before we go into the Dodgers, which is a big series. We have to beat the Dodgers. We only play them once, maybe twice in a season. And again, we need it. So going here for the save, Hector Rondon. We have Adam Frazier at second. And this one is blasted over, and we do check the slower guy at first. So why? Well, because he's just slower. So here's the next one. It's going to be picked up by Hayward, testing it home. Good throw by Hayward. It's online and in time, and getting the runner out at home. And so here, a first pitch count there, and that's going to be caught in the air by Hayward, as this one is actually going to be a grim win on the day. But hey, a win's a win, so we need to keep on pressing forward. We need to start making some bigger plays in those games so we can get our opponents out of the game quickly and not have some issues in them really fighting back on offense. And we force them to play a defensive game, and we keep on getting good solid contact and hits to add on that scoreboard. Something we haven't done. We've been blanked out by the Marlins and absolutely destroyed by the Red Sox. But in the end, we do take 2 out of 3 from Pittsburgh. We do take, actually, only take 1 out of 3 from Milwaukee. We take the first 2 from the Dodgers, and we're going to see in the next episode Kyle Hendricks. So go ahead, comment, like, subscribe, tell me how you're liking it so far, and I will see you guys next time. Later.